Hunza's forgotten link to China. For centuries, Hunza Valley stood at the crossroads of empires, a mountain kingdom suspended between civilizations. The socio-political and economic relations between Hunza and China stretch back centuries, shaped by geography and necessity. Positioned between the Karakoram, Hindu Kush, and Pamir ranges, Hunza served as a natural gateway linking South Asia with Central Asia and Western China. Long before modern highways, caravans passed through this region along the ancient Silk Road, connecting Hunza to Chinese markets and culture. The sacred rock carvings scattered across Hunza and the traces of Bon religious influence in the 7th century testified to deep civilizational interactions across these high mountain corridors. The heavenly mandate and the tributary bond. For centuries, Hunza remained an independent princely state ruled by a hereditary mir. The ruler derived legitimacy from what locals described as Ayasholum Ayasho, a heavenly mandate, conceptually similar to China's ancient mandate of heaven. In 1761, Mir Khisro Khan sent tribute to Kashgar under the Qing dynasty, formally initiating documented tributary relations. In return, Hunza received silk, tea, ceramics, and horses. Hunza was small in territory, but immense in strategic importance. The Great Game, when empires converged. By the late 19th century, Hunza became entangled in imperial rivalry between the British Empire and the Russian Empire. This was the era of the Great Game. Hunza's location, bordering China, Afghanistan, and routes to Central Asia, made it a geopolitical pivot. If you want a detailed explanation of Hunza's role in the Great Game and the British invasion, you can visit my YouTube channel, where I have already created a full documentary on that topic. In 1861, British India invaded Hunza to prevent possible Russian or Chinese influence. Mir Safdar Ali fled to Kashgar in Chinese-controlled Xinjiang. The British installed Nazim Khan, effectively ending Hunza's tributary relations with China. Locally, the event is still remembered as Hunzao Bilum Gunz, the day we lost Hunza. A new chapter, 1963 Boundary Agreement. After decades of geopolitical shifts, a new era began with the Sino-Pakistan Boundary Agreement. In 1963, Pakistan and China formally demarcated their border, including the Hunza-Gojal region. This agreement ended historical ambiguities, established a clear international boundary, replaced tributary ties with sovereign diplomacy, laid the foundation for modern cooperation. Hunza was no longer a buffer between empires, it became a bridge between nations. The Karakoram Highway, a road through the mountains. The most transformative development came with the construction of the Karakoram Highway. Built jointly by Pakistan and China between 1966 and 1978, it connects Kashgar to Islamabad, passing directly through Hunza and Gojal. This engineering marvel ended centuries of isolation, boosted trade and tourism, strengthened border cooperation, created deep people-to-people contact. Often called the eighth wonder of the world, the highway symbolizes modern Sino-Pak friendship. Kunjerab, the modern gateway. With the opening of Kunjerab Pass, Gojal became Pakistan's primary land gateway to China. The establishment of Kunjerab National Park in 1975 added an environmental dimension to cross-border cooperation. Sost Dry Port emerged as a commercial hub, facilitating cross-border trade in electronics, machinery, textiles, and agricultural products. CPEC, Hunza's return to geopolitical centrality. With the launch of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor under the Belt and Road Initiative, Hunza once again regained strategic prominence. Developments include Karakoram Highway Phase 2 upgrades, Atabad tunnels construction, increased freight connectivity,
fiber optic digital linkages, strategic integration between Gwadar and Xinjiang. Hunza, once contested by empires, now functions as a corridor of cooperation. Strategic and economic transformation. Because Hunza and Gojal border China's Xinjiang region, border management coordination strengthened, security cooperation increased, infrastructure modernization accelerated. Since 2010, especially in Gojal, tourism has expanded, trade activities have increased, small businesses linked to Chinese commerce have grown, educational exchanges and Mandarin learning have expanded. Yet challenges remain. Seasonal closure of Kunjerab Pass, trade imbalances, concerns over economic dependency, environmental vulnerability. Hunza's link with China is not merely a forgotten chapter of history. It is a continuous transformation, from tributary diplomacy to imperial rivalry to modern strategic partnership. Today, the mountains that once separated empires now connect nations. Hunza is no longer just a frontier, it is a bridge.